The news summary, good evening. The police department has announced that a man in his 40s was killed at the Northeast Point playing field this afternoon following a fight with another man. A woman who did not identify herself called the police to inform them of the incident at around 1:15 p.m. The man suspected of the murder is a 49-year-old Northeast Point resident. In the meantime, the police have begun investigations into the incident. All workers should be paid their 13-month pay by the 31st of January 2023. This was confirmed by the Director General for Works Relations, Steve Monet, during an interview this morning. Mr. Monet has also clarified how the 13-month pay will be made and who will qualify for it. He also noted that it is against the law for employers to give their employees only the 50% guaranteed by the law.
As we are aware, there are the new method of paying a 13-month pay. So 50% is mandatory, and the other 50% is based on appraisal. So an employer cannot tell its workers that I will pay you only 50%, and the remaining 50% I will not pay you, given the financial circumstance. The 13-month pay is 100%. So the 50% is paid automatically, it's mandatory. Then the 50% the employer needs to do the appraisal. So an employer that doesn't have a system to appraise the staff in place, the staff should be paid 100% 30-month pay. So the employer has until 31st December 2022 to have a system in place, and within the 1st of January to 31st January 2023, the appraisal can be done and a 13-month pay is paid. An employer has until 31st January 2023 to pay its workers a 13-month pay. So any workers aggrieved that he or she has not been paid a 13-month pay by the 31st January next year, 2023, can come to the Employment Department and put his grievance.
President Wever Ramkalawan leaves the country today to attend two international summits. The first is the 10th Summit of the Organization of African, Caribbean, and Pacific States in the Angolan capital, Luanda, from the 6th to the 10th of this month. President Ramkalawan will then head to Washington, D.C., where the United States President Joe Biden will be hosting leaders from Africa for the U.S.-Africa Summit from the 13th to the 15th of this month. A Seychelles Foreign Affairs communique says that the summit demonstrates the United States' commitment to Africa and will underscore the importance of U.S.-Africa relations and increased cooperation on shared global priorities. President Ramkalawan will be back in the country on the 19th of this month. A group of some 90 representatives from different organizations and countries are attending a conference where they are examining how together they can exploit the Indo-Pacific Regional Information Sharing Platform, IORIS, and expand this growing network. This is a maritime operational coordination and communication platform which the European Union has set up under a project called Critical Maritime Routes Indo-Pacific Project. Addressing the participants at the conference, the European Union Senior Coordinator for National Security in the Northwest Indian Ocean, Michael Pulch, said the platform would address maritime challenges in the Indian Ocean and would support coordination and decision-making process.
The EU has a strong interest in keeping trade routes open, ensuring safer and lawful use of maritime natural resources, fighting organized crime, illicit trafficking, and terrorism. These challenges can only be addressed collectively through international cooperation.
The Japanese embassy here has donated Japan-related books to the Guy Morel Institute as a token of friendship between Japan and Seychelles. The Japanese ambassador A.G. Kato presented the books to the executive director of the Guy Morel Institute, Patrick Bristol, during a small ceremony.
The donation comprises of 100 different books ranging from different titles such as society, politics, art, and literature about Japan, and all these were translated into English by the Nippon Foundation based in Tokyo. The donation falls under a project Read Japan 2021, which is being promoted by the Nippon Foundation that donated Japanese books for libraries and research institutes in 140 countries. Ambassador Kato explained that they would like to further promote the excellent relations that both Seychelles and Japan enjoys.
We are pleased to donate books that will help promote understanding about Japan to the Guy Morel Institute. Japan and Seychelles have a deep and friendly relations for close to 50 years based on many shared values. On the other hand, I have had the opportunity to learn and deepen understanding about Japan and limited in Seychelles. Therefore, we are pleased that the Guy Morel Institute has shown interest in Japan and created the opportunity for the people of Seychelles to access quality information about Japan.
And the SBC's Paradise FM Award is currently taking place at the Berjaya Buffalo Bay Resort. The ceremony is being aired on SBC 2. And that's it for the news summary. We'll be back at 8 for the Creole News. Bye-bye for now.